Hey y'all, hey. We live? Are we live?
Do they see me? See us? See us? See y'all? I see y'all. Do y'all? Y'all see everybody? Am I frozen? Nah. Y'all see us? Good morning,
What's
everybody.
up, Romeo? I can't, I don't know. I can't really hear you.
You can't really hear me. Oh man, that's a bad way to. The world should be this. Hold on. Y'all good?
Good morning,
I
y'all.
hope that y'all don't see us, see me, see us. No, y'all do see us. I see y'all on Facebook. Hey, good morning, man. It's January the 4th, 2021. I didn't hear a song, so I hope y'all heard the song because I didn't hear the song, but y'all heard it great. Uh, nah, they do on my phone. Okay, good morning, man. This is how we're gonna kick off 2021. We're gonna rewind that and we're gonna jump back in, man. Hope everybody's having a
So,
great Monday,
so
first
we didn't hear
Monday
the
of the
song?
year. No, we hit a song.
They didn't hear the
We hit a
song.
song. No, they didn't hit the song. We didn't hit the song, but that's all right
Let's play
because
it back. We
we
gotta start this thing off right. Romeo and Pusha in the house. We gonna start this thing off right. The video not working.
hey, good
Maybe
morning though,
not.
man. Everybody. I'm trying to see, man. I see everybody jumping in. I can't see y'all chats yet, but I'm definitely finna check y'all out. Hey, it's Romeo International. I am happy to be here in 2021, the first Monday of the year. Thank you for allowing me to come onto your phone, TV, whatever you're looking at me from. I appreciate you. My girl Portia Monique. I'm gonna let her do her intro.
Hey y'all, hey. Happy New Year. It's January 4th, 2021. I don't know, I just get excited about 2021. Like we don't have to keep saying 2020, it's 2021. And you know how when you get into the new year, you tend to make the mistake of, oh, it's 2020. I ain't never making that mistake. It's 2021, y'all. It's not Thursday, it's Monday. January 4th, 2021, and we ready. Like, I'm so excited about this year and the things that are to come and the things that will be manifested and the things that I'm going to help everybody else manifest, including my kids, including my Facebook family, including my friends. Like, I am just so very excited about this year, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all.
Definitely, man. It not only is it gonna be uh, uh, starting off with good energy right now, but on top of that, getting rid of all the bad energy. Shout out to all the bad energy I left in 2020. I apologize. I couldn't carry you on, but hey, you'll be all right.
What you
Hopefully, I'll never
apologizing
see
for?
you
This is
again.
bad energy.
Well, you gotta apologize because the bad energy it helped you get over the hurdle, right? It helped you push through the hurdle. What's up, Shirley Carter?
Hey,
It
Shirley.
motivated you to do
Happy New Year.
something more or better. The bad, bad energy actually has its pluses and negatives. Bad energy will help you move, and I had to make some moves, so I made those moves, and everybody that I left behind. Hey, man, uh, I'm not the captain that's sinking with a sinking ship. Y'all can just drown. I don't know. I'm just joking, but
Tell us about the moves that you made, Romeo.
uh,
Good.
betterment moves. Uh, 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 more fitness. Well, I'm a fitness freak already, but uh, I'm definitely initiating the international challenge for January, where now all my fitness challenges will be geared towards um, elderly or it will be geared towards kids. So one thing I'm doing right now is setting up a run where we're going to raise coloring books, creative books for kids. So we doing this big run for that. Then on top of that, I got my family. My whole family is doing this run challenge for Nike right now, right? So like we the first person to get to 30 miles this month. And the beautiful part
This
was my
month?
aunts are a part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So you
my
done beat
aunts are a
everybody
part of
already. Y'all ain't even started.
it. Basically, but the goal was to get everybody active. So everybody has to do 1 mile a day. So like my mom is doing 1 mile a day. My aunt is doing 1 mile a day. It's
I love it.
just to be active. So every month for me is going to be a challenge. I just want to create challenges for people, betterment
I love
challenges
that.
on my end.
Yeah. You guys have an advantage in Georgia because it's warm. Y'all can get outside and walk. Like we
Oh,
are snowed in and shut in. I mean, I guess we're not shut in, but I don't like going outside in the snow.
I thought you was
So
gonna
I
go the
have to
other
figure
route.
out.
We got an advantage because they ain't closed in Atlanta. I thought you was gonna go that way.
Well, y'all don't close Atlanta, so I don't know about Atlanta.
But
Y'all be
no,
on something
majority
different.
majority of them,
Pick-
majority of them is a personal bill, right? I think that I want to ask you this question as well. Majority of it is a personal bill. I I'm not looking to, not in a bad way. I'm not looking to carry anybody, but I am looking to personally build myself to be an example for somebody to carry themselves. So I'm more thinking of it in that form. Do better, be better, become better, so people can see better and strive for better. If that makes sense.
Well, congratulations, Romeo. I love it. I love a challenge. I think I'm gonna get on that bandwagon too. I need to build a foundation so that I can not have an excuse. I hate to put it like that, but so that I can not have an excuse to just get up and do it, right? I didn't get my Peloton for Christmas, everybody know. So we're gonna shoot on my birthday. We gonna shoot for my birthday. And I need that. But in the meantime, I gotta do some stretching, some meditation, some I don't know what type of around the house workouts can I do. Romeo. Somebody ping Raheem. Somebody somebody call Raheem and ask
uh,
Raheem where my video workouts at. Cause I ain't talked to him.
I
Anyway,
mean,
go
but
ahead.
you got an app, you got an iPhone, you Apple, so you can just turn the app on. You can go to the Nike thing or the Apple Fitness on your watch on your phone
I gotta
and
watch
and
too.
search home workout. Oh, then you. Oh, come on now, Portia. I ain't see
It's
now.
just so
Technically, you
overwhelming.
ahead of the
All of
game,
the
Portia.
things. Okay,
Nah,
I ain't gonna make no
that's a
excuse.
bad excuse now.
2021, 2021. We not making excuses.
Like, come on now. I ain't know it was on your wrist and in your pocket. Come on now. You
I have issue. Well, I so here's the thing. So I got a watch. My son's got a watch. I can't never find the watch charger. Like I don't understand why they didn't make the watch charger universal, as
oh
opposed to just creating a charger exactly for the watch. What the heck?
oh man. Anything you gonna miss in 2020? Is there anything you gonna miss?
Fit app train with Gabrielle Union. Okay, fit on app. D, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna have to get the anything that I'm going to miss in
Yeah.
2021. I'm
Anything
looking
Portia Monique gonna
forward.
miss?
I don't think in all actuality, I did not have a super terrible 2021. And thinking about, the things that I was able to do, the connections that I was able to make, some of the challenges, so to speak, we were just talking about challenges, but some of the challenges that I was able to overcome and push through and jump over and get around those hurdles. 2021 it wasn't a terrible year. It was a year that we had unfortunate loss it was a year for people to actually sit down and reflect on just time, time with family, time with friends, time with self, all of that. So I didn't necessarily have a terrible 2021. Yes, I lost some people that were dear to me, and life will never be the same going forward. But I learned some lessons. And I think the number one lesson of 2020 that I learned was to take the next step.
Okay.
Like, we're so overwhelmed and consumed with, how do we get from Antarctica to Detroit? I don't want to know that. How do I get, like, I'm still in North America. Like, like,
Stupid.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be so overly consumed with the huge
This is
picture when
right.
I can simply worry about the next step. What's the next step? Take the next step. And so that was a one key thing that I learned in 2021. I mean 2020 is take the next step. And that's why I'm looking forward to 2021 so that I can take that next step. So
Absolutely. And
what
now
I left
it's
in
funny.
2020 was fear, being afraid, was being not so nice, caring.
Woo!
Uh, you know
Say
what I'm
that
saying?
again.
Like, I left all
Say
of that
that.
stuff in 2020. 2021, we're
Say
moving
that.
forward. We're taking the next step.
She she don't let go the niceness. It's a wrap. It's over.
I let go of not being so nice. I was never mean, but
But
sometimes you
you but
gotta
you were
check yourself. You just like,
but you was so
what?
nice. But you was so
I'm just
nice.
saying. I'm just saying.
Nah, that is hilarious.
What about you?
uh, letting go of I let go other people's problems. Like, like somebody. Uh, Most recently, a friend of mine's. She was dealing with relationship problems, and she was dealing with work problems and all this stuff going into 2020. And I'm listening to her talk, and then in all reality, I was like, why am I listening to her talk? Like, because it's a transference of energy. So like, uh, hearing someone talk and not having a resolve, I don't got energy for that. I don't got time for that. That's way past my
So,
pay grade.
what type of friend was it, Romeo? I'm just curious. Because I'm going to tell you what it sounded like.
Oh, she a real close friend, a real close friend, a cool chick. But I think the what I'm trying to get more into is uh, I can listen, but I have to hear resolve, right? Because you got to think about it's like you said, people people worried about Antarctica and not focusing on the one piece of ice that's right in front of their face, but they worried about Antarctica.
Take the
I
next
think with
step.
growth, right? Like I get it. You hurt, you sad, I get it. Blah 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 blah. Okay, you got like 2 days. What's on the third day? We still talking about that the third day. Something wrong. I can't do that.
So, you said it's a good friend. What kind of good friend? Like, a good friend that you used to talk to, a good friend that you just call from time to time, a good friend that you call every day, that y'all talk every day,
What's
y'all tell each other
everyday good
about,
friend?
she got a boyfriend?
Everyday, yeah, everyday good
Okay.
friend.
How long y'all been friends?
Don't do that.
I'm
2
just
years.
asking. Okay, because
Oh,
here's the thing. So let me tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like I'm trying to drum up sympathy from you so that you
mm,
can, either come to my rescue and or feel bad for me so that you can help me in some type of way. That's what it sounds like.
I ain't think about that. I'm gonna have to think
That's
about
what it sounds
that.
like to me. From a woman's perspective, y'all never been intimate?
Nah, nah, nah,
I
nah,
can't stand you.
nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, nah.
Okay.
Harold talking about something. Where you hitting it? where you
Yeah,
hitting
that's what I'm
Romeo.
talking about.
Jesus
That's what it sounds
Christ,
like.
these shields protect me. Team Romeo setting up boundaries with her. See, she's next move, her current doesn't work out. See, man, look, that wasn't what I was doing. Y'all missed the point. The point I was
That's not
trying to
what you was
make.
doing. That's what she was doing. That's it. That's what
The
it sounds
point
like.
I was trying to, okay.
It sounds
But the
like she's
point
playing damsel in distress. She wants you to come
see what you
rescue
did,
her.
Portia.
She wants to
Por-
accidentally have sex with you, perhaps again.
Y'all see what Portia did. Y'all see.
I'm just saying. You
Y'all
gotta
see what
be
Portia
on
did.
the, hey Iris,
First of all,
you gotta be on the watch out for stuff like that.
oh my God. Not everybody on my IG live is asking questions. Romeo, who he talking about? Hey, y'all know.
Right.
First of all, don't listen to Portia Monique on the first Monday of the year. Jesus Christ, man, we just started. It just started. Uh, that wasn't the point. The point
That's
was
yeah,
being
yeah.
more,
I know the yeah, damsel in distress.
being
That's her.
more. The point was being more aware. That's what it is. Being more aware.
The
But
point
no,
is being more aware to be able to identify the different types of women. And she's definitely a damsel in distress that is disguised as a friend under the cloak of
I,
friendship so that she can get close to you so that you can feel sorry for her so
this
that y'all can accidentally have sex perhaps
this
again. That's
this
all
is
I'm
what
saying.
happens when I support Portia Monique. This is the reason why I don't support Portia in the morning. I was I was trying to get y'all some positive vibes, but nah.
That was
Uh,
positive. I'm just
no.
calling it like I
Uh,
see it.
but putting energy into things that don't have a resolve, I think that's a loss. I think that's what I really left behind in 2020. If I can't resolve it,
Yeah. Oh.
why I guess why dwell on it or not dwell on it? But if you can't resolve it, then it just can't be resolved.
So Romeo, let me ask you this. Which emoji did she have? Which category did you lump her under in terms of the emoji? So if y'all don't know, Romeo has emojis. Like he's very organized, and the way that he organizes his contacts is that he puts emojis by their names, right? So heels, of course, is like the sexy girls. Give us the key to your legend, right quick, Romeo. What else?
See,
Like bikini is like body,
uh,
like
you get
the
on my
water, the
nerves.
drip water signs is like what?
Oh,
I
you
just
get on my nerves. First of
which one
all,
was
first
she?
of all, she had a thinking and water emoji. That's what she had, a thinking one and a water emoji. So it was something I was thinking about, but nothing I acted on. You know what? I'm just about to let this go. Good morning. It
Also,
is
both of y'all,
eight
you know
19.
what? Don't be telling us nothing because both of y'all sitting up there interested and sitting up there acting like y'all not, but trying to play that friendship card. So you do know what I'm talking about because when I told you last week that you really should lay down the foundation for a friendship, you were sitting up there talking about now because mom, but you do understand because you've been friends with this person for a long time and you really do care about her,
That
and she's
is,
still trying to throw that damsel on distress
you know
in
what?
distress on you.
Portia and producer TJ are setting me up for good deeds I was trying to do. So I'm just gonna shut up. Good morning, Nicholas Craig. Good morning, Harold. I see you. Portia, Iris say you look cute this morning. What up, Iris? Miss you, Decia. You know I missed you.
Thank you, Iris.
Holidays. See, you know what I'm saying? I hope everybody had a great New Year's. What did you do for New Year's Eve?
Yeah, what y'all do? We didn't do a lot. I didn't do a lot. We actually, let me tell you something. I was asleep and I woke up right before New Year's, and this was probably the first year in a long time that I was home for New Year's. But it was important for me to be home because I wanted to be around my kids, and with the state of where 2021 was, I wanted to make sure that I brought it in right with my family, my kids, and all of that. So I was at home, and I woke up right before New Year's, and I looked at the clock, and it didn't say 12 o'clock yet, but it was like 3 minutes to 12. And then I hear all the shooting, and I'm like, when the hell they start shooting in my neighborhood?
Man, Hey
Because I ain't
man,
been here for years. I'm like, was they shooting? Did I miss something? What the hell happened? So that was it. I was
hey,
asleep.
hey, hey, I'm with you on. I think. Well, we did celebrate at the house. And shout out to Bel Air for sponsoring my stay at home with the family. Um, Here's the crazy part. I watched what was the thing? The thing that comes on TV every year. The
The ball
Rockin'
drop.
Socket. The thing from New York. Yeah,
Who was that? Who was the performer this year? J Lo.
J Lo. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
they had first of all that New York street was empty. They did like only essential workers only. I've never seen that street that empty before. So watching that was weird. So then on top of that, uh, really great neighborhood. But you're right, 12 o'clock, it was firecrackers and gunshots out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, well, I I don't know if that's legal. They do know the bullet got to come down, right? They do know it got to come back down. Like,
I
you
didn't. I
shoot,
was just like, they shooting. That's new. Is that
man.
fireworks? What is that?
It got they got to come back down, people. So I'm not really a big
Yeah.
fan of that part of it. Uh, and then, which I'm gonna talk about in my report, a lot of people did celebrate in the Atlanta area, and crime went up that day.
Really?
Crime went, man. Every venue had a fight. Every every venue had a stabbing. Every venue had a shootout. Every last one.
Damn, that's
Every
crazy.
last. When I say every last one, I mean like every last one. The news, the news that next day should have been Atlanta fights and shootings, and just went
Oh
club to
my
club.
god.
It was ridiculous,
So what
ridiculous.
y'all do on Facebook? What y'all do for New Year's? Anybody want to come on and share or call in and let us know what y'all did on New Year's? We got a line out there for y'all to call in, starting this new for 2021. If anybody on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube wants to call in, let us know. We'll bring you on the show today. Y'all can tell us what y'all did.
And we can send you the phone
So
number. You can call, or you can just call. We can hear your voice. But we definitely want you to feel a part of uh, the AM morning show. Plus, on
yeah,
top
we
of
are.
that,
We'll send you a message via Messenger.
much
It'll
you
go
know.
right to you.
The call in line, yeah, D Shield. Iris Baker said that goes to show how many guns is out in these streets. I was
Come
shocked
on, D,
at
call in.
how
D,
much
what you and
more.
Brent do? What you and Brent do,
Well,
D?
first of all,
Call in. Somebody send D the information, please.
my partner Brent did a great job. That's what he did. If he did anything,
Did you get
and
that
and
Bentley,
he,
girl?
he
I
hey,
ain't
don't
get
do
my
that.
damn Peloton. I'm hoping you got your Bentley.
You you already know a lot of girls thought they was finna get that Christmas that New Year's ring, that Christmas ring.
I
Nope.
did see. So speaking of Christmas rings, y'all saw that actress, Notori Naughton. She got engaged for Christmas. So congratulations to her. Um,
Right.
I saw some stuff on my timeline. I stopped. I'm on the fence, right? Because I'm in media. I need to be on my timeline on my phone, but a lot of times I need to get work done too. So it's a toss up between do I scroll to find out what's going on, or be on my phone and be on sites and stuff like that, or do I get actual work done? So right now I'm focusing on actual work. So I haven't been on my timeline as much, but I've seen a lot of people get engaged over the holiday break. I've seen some extravagant gifts. I've seen some New Year's Eve parties with a lot of people that ended in
Ooh.
engagement. But what are y'all thinking about? It's number one. Do y'all still think COVID exists? Because I see a whole bunch of people out there like chilling. And then number two, what y'all think about people putting their engagement on social media? That's what I want to know.
Mm.
What you think, Mama? Number one, is COVID still out there? Cause Atlanta was on tilt. Y'all say that on tilt. Atlanta was on tilt.
No, no, we don't use those vernacular of
I'm
hip
bringing
hop.
that out in
We don't do
2021. Atlanta was on tilt.
that. Uh,
Is COVID
does
is COVID
COVID
still
still
around?
exist to so to us people in the media entertainment business? Yes, it does exist because that becomes the first question that pops up during, you know, if we're planning on going out, we plan on doing something. Does the world? I don't think. I think people are over it, and I'm gonna go with the fact that until there's an actual law, nobody cares. I'm gonna stick to that. And I know people are like, well, people care. No, nobody cares because I can still go to the grocery store with my mask on and somebody don't got one on. I can still go to the gas station and get gas and walk in the gas station and they don't got one on. I don't think people care.
Mm.
What you think?
So, okay. So I don't know. But let's go back to my second question because I just know that people are acting like COVID is not real and people are still dying from it. But I've
Yep.
seen pictures, New Year's Eve parties that were like shoulder to shoulder. I'm like, what y'all? I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm the one that's out of touch because I'm stuck in the house and I'm like, I want to go to an island or something, but whatever. But let's go back to Notori Naughton. She got engaged, and she put it on social media. What do y'all think
Okay.
about her getting engaged? So let's just go into a little bit more detail. So, the actress Notori Naughton, she got engaged 2 days before Christmas. Just revealed the news on her IG page, and she brought the new year in. In the post, she shows off her new diamond, as well as
Oh.
a shot of her unnamed beau. She said, "Yep, I get to marry my best friend. She's taken, engaged, fiance. God is good." She also shared more details of the good news in an exclusive interview with Essence. She explained that her fiance told her he was planning a princess themed photo shoot and for her and her 3 year old for the holidays. She said, "This is amazing. This man of mine planned the whole photo shoot." Like, okay, kudos to her.
Oh.
Ring is beautiful, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous. I love it. But what y'all think about people sharing their engagements on social media?
Yeah. What do y'all think about that?
Y'all chime in. And
That's
did somebody send D to call
uh,
in because I want to know what she did for New Year's. Please send her to call in. But what do
you
y'all
can also
think
see that.
about sharing your engagement on social media? Romeo?
What do y'all think about? I think is first of all, from a world aspect, I think it's a big thing. So beautiful. Share your relationship and have a great time. Now is Romeo doing that? Nope. But y'all should definitely share y'all relationships online. Post the ring. Hey, post y'all pictures together. Do whatever y'all want to do. The kid, not happy, but nah, I'm happy for. Nah, I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
great.
Reports are saying that he also bought her daughter a ring too. I just don't know. Like, I just don't think it's
Oh, that's
nobody's
dope.
business but your own. And I also think that women glamorize I think that they over glamorize and over sensationalize the fact of getting a ring like they're not the prize. Like, this is how I personally feel. I personally feel that
Okay.
guys should have all of their information out on social media. I feel like they should be slapping it across New York Times squares that I found me a wife. And she said yes. I just think the onus is on the female too much to be like, oh my God, I'm engaged. Look at me. Clap, clap, clap. As opposed to the guy being like, I got me a good one, y'all. I'm off the market. This is my baby. I love her for life. I'm putting my stamp
Okay.
on it. That's how I feel. I just feel like the woman
Okay.
is the prize, and the guy should be happy to
Okay.
have her, and he should be yelling it from the mountaintops that I found me a wife. I found me a good thing.
Did he post as well?
No.
Then there you go. That's where he at with it.
Well, we don't know.
That's where
I'm
he
not
at
gonna
with it.
say no because we don't know because
Well,
he was an unnamed beau and we don't know who he is. But if we found out who he
there's
was,
your other thing. So let me throw this at you because there's your other thing. So she posts the picture, look like you said, look at me, da 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 da, right? But she doesn't tag the guy. She posts the picture, and I think I remember the photo. She's hugging the guy, and you don't see the guy. Is it true now?
uh-huh.
At that point in time, is it? I'm not gonna say is it true love, but is it a even share of appreciation? Because I guarantee you, it ain't on his page. If she's hiding him from the photo, it damn sure is not on his page or on his social media.
I just don't. I so if you're
Damn sure not.
going to do it together as a couple. Like I've seen before. I'm not even gonna say a lot of times. I've seen before. She said, Portia, guys don't be on social media like women do. I get that, Iris. I do. But I've seen before when a woman will plaster her page full of, I say, photo shoot, this and da 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 da. Um, and then you go to the guy's page because sometimes they will tag the guy. You go to the guy's page and it's just all pictures of him all solo, all
No, you're right.
by himself, and
Absolutely right.
chilling in the bachelor pad and all. I'm just like,
You're absolutely right. I agree with you. I'm 100. For the first time this year, we agree with each other because
I
in
just,
that same instance, women and I don't know what word we can use to call it, but I get what you're saying because in that same instance, when a female is pregnant or she does one of those maternal shoot things, her whole page is that. Look at me, the picture, da da da, and then you click onto the dude that she tagged, and he's standing next to his car. He had his last photo is him at the club. His you're right. It's never an
she
even.
ain't
It's
nowhere on
never
the page.
even. He ain't on right. She ain't on the page.
Might be
You absolutely
one
right.
picture.
I will agree with Portia Monique on that this morning, everybody. Um, so to your earlier point, you know, is it for show? Maybe. I think the only couple that I've seen openly, Sierra and Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, Russell.
Well, we
Yeah,
already know that he loved the Jesus out of her. He
right.
posts her more than she posts him.
Yeah, she right. He posts he posts the kids, the ones that's his and not his, more than you know what I'm saying. Like that right there, that's an example. Everybody else, to me, it's a show. When D and I
Yes.
got
Anyway,
engaged, she was plastered across my social media. That's what I'm talking about, Brent.
that's
See,
what I'm
Brent,
talking about,
see, Brent,
Brent. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Brent,
That's not
Brent
called
run it.
true love.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We already know what it is. Brent run it. That's what it is. He run that household. That's what I'm talking about. Brent, you hold it down, homeboy.
Yes,
Brent said he know what
plastered.
he doing in these streets.
That's all I'm talking
Brent said
about.
he know what he doing in these streets. But do you want to be the
Exactly.
show, Portia? Let me.
Do I want to be the show?
Do you want to be the
I
show?
don't put nothing. No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no,
Do
no.
you
Y'all.
want the dude to
So
put you on his media? No. Do you want the guy to
okay.
post you on his
So
media?
if he was
Okay.
posting, so okay. Here's the thing. I'm not doing it. Like I just don't think it is anybody else's business. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. I'm not putting my business out there. I'm not I'm just not. I'm not gonna announce it. I'm not gonna try to do anything cute and whatever. I'm not doing it. So if I'm not doing it, I don't necessarily hold him to the fire for doing it either. So if he wants to do it, then have at it. I don't care, but I'm not doing it. So with me not doing it, I'm not gonna say you need to post it. No, I'm gonna hold him to the same standard that I'm holding myself to. I just don't think it's anybody's business
Right.
but my own. Somebody cue up Billie Holiday.
Right. Uh, I respect Brad James posted Keisha Knight
Yes,
pulling up, and
I
they
did
of
see that
course,
one,
yo,
and he
they
cute too. That was so I did. So that's what I do. I'll see the woman post, and then I'll go to the guy's page and see if he posted, and he did post about it. So I'm happy for them. As long as it's
but
equal,
this
then we good.
this
What?
what this women miss. This is what women miss. He had to post, right? Because their relationship was public. Your Cynthia Bailey had to post because their relationship was public. Notori, uh, she didn't have a public relationship, so she had the ability to hide the guy that she was dating or married. What I'm saying is, do you want to be the show? Do you want to be? If I'm dating somebody, you ain't gotta post me on your page. I can give a flying flip. I don't too much really care. But I know girls like the one photo, the two photos of, hey, this is us together in happy go lucky or whatever world they living in. What I'm saying to you is, do you want to be the girl that's that's it on the page, so that now Portia Monique is tagged on the page and everybody's going, well, let me see who it is. Let me see what she looked like. Let me see what he's doing for her. You become a
If
showman.
you tag me on the page, you better get my permission first because you better put the flyers. You better you better get the flyers picture where I look my best. Like you better don't be posting no random ass picture that you think is cute, and I'll be like, what the hell? Don't do that.
So I'm all for that. Love me from afar. We together. We
Iris says she don't
hey,
believe
we
me.
together.
Yeah, his sharing came
Nah.
with a lot. Have folks seen Brent.
And that's
Came
and
for a
that's the
girl.
other
Yes,
thing. Let's tell them, D Shields. That's the other thing. The moment that you go public with a female is the moment that everybody that shows up. I don't understand how that happens. I don't understand where that comes. But the moment that you say, "Hey, I'm dating so and so," the ex girlfriend pop in, her ex dude in, the side girl pops in. It's just a bunch of chaos. So
yeah, it's too much
now,
work.
if all of us can't be together, then damn it, I'm gonna stay single.
We
But
can't
your
hear you,
point
Romeo.
is,
Something going on with your mic. But yes, Iris, I won't be posting it. Now, if y'all just happen to see it on my page and I'm doing something like, something like this, or something like this, yeah, then so be it. I'm not announcing it though.
hold
And I don't know, the
so I
future
got
might be, it might be such a whirlwind, romantic, fantasized type of engagement that I just be like, oh my God, somewhere over
I got
Victoria Falls in Africa.
I got somebody
If that
on
was the
my
case, I would do
on my
that.
so I got
Would you
somebody
say,
I got
Romeo?
somebody on my IG channel, right? And she says it depends on how you were moving before, because she's they've never had that issue. I don't think it's about how you was moving before. Like, for example, Portia and the person that she's dating now are having the best time of their life. I guarantee the day that Portia goes on her IG and says, "This is him," and everybody look at him, world's opinion is gonna start happening. Like the world, like, so everybody is gonna have an opinion, or
They damn for
or
sure will have an
everybody,
opinion about this one.
right? So so now so now that personal relationship between the two of you guys becomes a public statement. Everybody got to add their 2 cents. Now, of course, I'm not gonna pay attention to the 2 cents. Everybody says, but everybody sees it. you don't. That's not flex. That's flex when people put their relationships public. Everybody makes an opinion about the person that the other person is dating. That's just common sense. So I say don't put y'all stuff out there in the streets, but that's on y'all. Cause
I say it
everybody
too.
I'm
I'm
dating,
not opening up for y'all to have an opinion because y'all be like, nah, I don't know. I don't know. It's 2021. Live, right? That was my New Year's resolution. Live.
everybody I'm
So, and
dating, no, I'm
they will, yep, they will come. People, opinions will flood. Yep, do you right. We got a
everybody I'm
guest.
dating knows I'm single.
Everybody is what?
Everybody I'm dating, they know I'm single. So, you
They know
know,
you single?
you know, everybody I'm
Oh,
dating know
yeah,
I'm
that's
single.
crazy.
That's what it
That's
is.
crazy. Let's
uh,
see if I can. Oh,
but again,
coffee.
let's see. Oh shoot, no lemon.
We got a guest.
What? Well, we got to get. Well, welcome to the Rolling Out AM Morning Show, 8:42 a.m. Romeo International, Portia Monique, and if I got to keep a secret, it's not a relationship. Okay, no lemon. 6 years holding it down. Look at Brandon.
Good morning. Brandon, you coming?
Uh, you trying to hit Brandon? Good morning. I'm gonna ask.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with your camera. Hey, Brandon, can you hear me?
Me either.
I can't hear you, though. No. No, no, no.
Okay. Brandon froze on me.
Yeah, he
You froze
frozen.
on you too?
Can I go get
Okay.
some coffee while he frozen? Okay. I would give a flying
I'll,
Fuck. What
well,
people think about who I'm dating or engaged to. And yes, I will post him on my social media. Yes, Iris. And he better post me
well,
on his. That's what I'm talking about. He better post you.
nah. Well, I'm frozen too. Now, come on now. Like, Brandon can't be. Now, it can't be my fault now. It can't. I can't be frozen, and Brandon can't be frozen.
Well, if both of y'all
It can't.
frozen, I'm going to get me some coffee.
Like, that gotta be somebody else's fault after that.
It ain't
Good
me.
morning,
I'm not
everybody,
frozen.
man. First day of the year, live on the morning show. See if Brandon.
Hey, Brennan. Nope, not yet.
Brandon like Brandon up
Well,
there like I know how this works.
and
Jack
I want y'all
Money.
to talk to Brandon too because it's the top of the year. We need to get our finances together, and Brandon is just the person who can teach us how to get our stuff together. So he serves as managing partner of Comer Capital Group LLC, where he oversees the firm's strategy and financial services operations. The firm has represented over 40 issuers across the country and has
Right.
served as FA on
Check it out.
2.5 billion with the B in debt transactions since 2012. Mr. Comer also currently serves as CEO of CCG Asset Management, an affiliate SEC registered investment advisory firm that manages and invests operating funds on bonds proceeds from municipalities and corporations. As a principal of one of the largest independent minority owned corporate and municipal advisory firms, Mr. Comer has made a commitment to assisting entities increase their fiscal position and gain cost effective access to the capital markets. Can we hear you yet? Nope, not yet. But your bio sounds great. And we want to know, we want to know exactly what you do, how you do it, teach us what we can do. Um, how many people look like you in your industry? How many African American women look like you in your industry? I know you heard of Suzanne Shank. $1 trillion woman on Wall Street. Yeah, no, we can't hear you. You're gonna have to come back. You gotta can you plug a headset in? I know. So, D, tell him again and give me a coffee break. Play some music. I just want to grab some coffee. We can't hear Romeo. Can y'all hear me? Romeo, did you go on mute?
It's 8:47 a.m. rolling out AM morning show. Uh, I hope
Who you
everybody's
talking
ready
to,
for this
Romeo? You was
first
over
week
there
of the year.
talking.
Well, I really wish I could show y'all this with this new setup. So, uh, it, uh, I can see everybody chiming in from Rolling Out Live here. Over here to my top left, everybody that's checking me out from my IG. Everybody that's checking me out from my Twitch. I'm just socially live. This is a whole circle right here. We just live.
Let us see it, Romeo. Take a picture of it. Take your phone and
I
pan.
will do that. This the pan phone. I definitely will do that. Who is this? Good morning.
So
Oh,
can I
good
see
way to
you on
start
your
the morning.
Instagram live? If I go to Instagram, can I see you?
I just clicked off so that we can figure out Brandon. I'm gonna click back on in a second.
Okay.
So we get Brandon on. Team Romeo is socially. Hey, D Shields, tell him D Shields on Twitter. Okay, first of all, let me do this officially because I want to make sure that I do this officially and respectfully. I need everybody to go follow I am D Shields on Twitter. She is
Let me go
dope.
do that
We
right
have
now.
great conversation every day. Um, it's I am D Shields on Twitter. Uh, CEO, small business owner, and she hold it down. Um, oh yeah, she got you gotta be careful on my Twitter though. D Shields learned she gotta be careful on my Twitter.
I don't see it. I
Uh,
am D Shields.
I
I
am
am
I am D E E. These are two E's.
right.
Shields.
SHEI.
SHIE.
That's
That's that
why.
Detroit spelling.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be careful on my Twitter, man. I'm wild. I'm wild on Twitter, people. Just want to let y'all know that. Well, I'm wild. Period. You know what's so crazy? I am so I am so pro
Uh-uh.
live
Thank
as
you.
big as you possibly can.
Mm-mm.
I will say
Mm-mm.
that is one
Thank
thing
you.
that I took out of 2020. Um, live as big as you possibly can. Because for me, the new year is not going to start until February the 1st. January, I'm just going to fill this out. I'm going to fill it out, you know. But everybody, live as big as you possibly can. No hold bias, no hesitations,
I just
nothing.
followed you, D.
Go, Darlene Wilson, what's up? Go for everything you freaking want.
Why not? If I can make myself a whole pop star, you know what I'm saying?
Don't
If I
start.
can manifest that thing and make myself a whole pop star, okay,
Don't start.
producer,
Hey, man. Hey, man.
producer,
Hey, man.
D, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Producer.
Look, man. We do it. We
Okay,
do it. What? It's
we're
it's
trying to
it's it's
bring
time for
Brandon
the new
back.
single now.
A whole one, Brent. A whole, a whole pop artist, Brent.
Brent, don't do that. Don't do that, Brent. Let's not do that, Brent.
I got me some more coffee, y'all.
Let's
Thank
not do that.
you. Yes to rule pop star. Okay, don't do that.
No. Throw another question mark up there. No,
Grammy ready.
don't do that. Don't- hey man. I bet. You know what? I'm gonna sing y'all the song. Y'all listen to the song every day and
Did
tell
you
me how
play
y'all
it?
feel.
Did you play my song, Romeo? See, this is what I be talking about.
I play. I did feature your song on New Music Monday,
Okay, can I
and
get
your
some
song got a
feedback?
60. Well, I wasn't gonna bring it up until today's New Music Monday at 12 o'clock. But
Okay,
your
what happened?
song got a 68% rating. So it got a solid B. It didn't fall. So because I rate them, I rate them between a B minus, C, C minus. It got a solid B. Um, the 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 critical feedback came. A lot of people wanted the beat to slap more. I don't know particularly what that means. So I, they wanted the beat to slap
Is
more.
that like louder? Is
Uh,
that like bass, or is that like what?
that's a good question. I don't think it's louder. I think it's bass. So they wanted the beat to slap more, and a lot of people was like, a lot of people were like, she wrote the beat. Matter of fact, where is that? She rode the beat. She rode the beat, but she needs to ride it a little bit harder.
What that mean?
So if you listen to you in the song, you riding the beat, but you're riding the song, but you're not riding the beat.
I don't get it.
Like it's kind of like when you when you hear like that Keisha Cole. You said you like Keisha Cole. That's right. You did say you like Keisha Cole. So think about Keisha Cole and how she'll jump on the song. Uh, you need to
Brandon coming
be
back,
a
Albert.
beat loving, da 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 da, and you wanna be done like that. That's riding the beat. So they was like she's singing a song, but she's not riding the beat to the song.
Okay.
So maybe if you like when you go back to clean it up, whatever you do, maybe if you just sing to the bass line and then let everything else fall behind it. But it got a solid B. It got a high C. It got a high 68. It got a high solid B.
Don't play with me. I found my button, y'all. I thought my baby stole it. They didn't. I found it. Anyway, Brandon, we still trying to get Brandon to connect.
Yeah, he's
He
coming
is
back,
coming back,
Albert.
Albert, because he needs to get it right. He needs to get us right for the new year. He needs to make sure that we are financially on track, setting the goals that we need to set, investing where we need to invest, um, buying what we need to buy. So we waiting on you to come back, Brandon, because we need this.
Karima Altador says, "Oh my God, I get it. Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
Cat, my cat. Hey, my cat.
Oh my
I
gosh.
love my Kit Kat.
Hey,
I
Kathleen.
love some good cat. Hey, cat.
Oh my
Good
God,
morning.
Romeo. It's Monday.
Right. It's the beginning of the year. I'm shooting half court every day. Every day. If Steph Curry can put up 65 points yesterday, I can put up at least 20.
Is that what he did?
So that's what he did. Um, um, so I'm all with it, man. We riding this morning. What's up,
Good
people?
morning, Kathleen. Happy 2021. Okay, so I was trying to prolong for Brandon to come back on so that we can go into what we need to do,
See,
but
look at my cat, 62. That's right. I'm sorry. Look at my cat, 62. Woohoo. Man, let me tell you something, man. Y'all better be glad
don't
I
play
can't
with
travel
her.
to y'all.
Don't play with her. Romeo, what you be drinking in that cup?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a morning remedy. This is exactly what this is. If I drink my vitamin so it can go directly into my system. So like the 15 pills I take a day, I crush them up, throw them in there. Uh, so it goes straight to my system. I tell y'all know I'm a health freak.
I need to go back to
Keyword
my
freak.
vitamin D's. I think I was overdosing on my vitamin D's, and they gave me way too much energy, and I didn't know how to expend it. But now I'm real sleepy, so I'm
You
gonna
was
go
doing
back to them.
you was doing what?
I overdosed on my vitamin D's. It gave me way too
Say
much
say
energy.
that say that in slow motion, and I want you to
Shut
think about
up,
what you just said.
Romeo. I'm being serious. You over there being facetious.
Jesus.
Gave you too much energy, huh? All right, too much energy. I understand. Out of all the vitamins, okay. It's
Yes, I do.
out of
It's true. I hear
it's like
Brandon. Brandon, is
okay.
that you?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We just can't see. Now we see all of you. We can hear you, Brandon. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning,
Hi.
man.
Good
We made
morning. I
it.
apologize for the technical difficulties.
No, you had people on Facebook chatting like, is he coming back? Because we need to know, like, what's going on? Can he? So, welcome
About
to
to
the
tell
Rolling Out
Brandon to
AM.
fix your computer. Nah, you know what? We ain't gonna start with that. Hey, fix your computer, Brandon. I'm gonna be the real. Good morning, man.
Yes. No, it
Good
was on our
morning. Good
end.
morning.
So, welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. We have Brandon Comer with us today. If you didn't catch his intro several minutes ago, I'll redo it, but and then I'll give Brandon a chance to let us know what it is that he does. But Brandon serves as the managing partner of Comer Capital Group LLC. Notice that it is named after him. Where he oversees the firm's strategy and financial services operations. So, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself from there. But you do you're the principal of one of the largest independent minority owned corporate and municipal advisory firms. And you made a commitment to assisting entities increase their fiscal position and gain cost effective access to the capital markets. Tell us what that means. Tell us what you do. Tell us how you can help us. Welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Good morning, and thanks for having
Good
me.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So what that means is, I started my career in investment banking. Then I did commercial middle market, working with a lot of companies and municipalities. And what I realized is, particularly a lot of black municipalities, I spent more time advising them than I did actually banking them. And it's the same thing with black businesses. And so I felt that there was a real need in the advisory space. So I started Coma Capital about 12 years ago to make sure that black municipalities not only could gain access to the capital markets, but they were fiscally sound because our communities are challenged. Our businesses are challenged, our institutions are challenged. And so I wanted to take that same Wall Street approach and bring it back to our communities. And so that was the beginning of the firm. We started working with small cities and counties and, the Black Belt of Alabama and Louisiana, and it continued to grow. And what we found was that a lot of these places weren't really looking at things holistically, and they were paying more for money than they should. And these are governments. Our small businesses are paying more for capital than they should, if they can even access capital at all. And so we kind of stand in the void to ensure that our businesses, HBCUs, our municipalities, all have access to capital at the lowest rate possible. And that we're doing to get them downtown. These are the institutions that support us.
Was he breaking up? Because I couldn't hear.
No, I can hear him perfectly. Let me let me let me ask you this, man, because I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out the disconnect when it comes to. I'm about to get in trouble. The first Monday of the year. Dang. The disconnect when it comes to black people and finances, because it seems like finances. I'm speaking in general. Finances to black people is getting the bag. Like
Right.
that's them. I'm trying to get the bag. Get the bag and do what? Well, no, I'm just trying to get the bag. And finances to to some in general is, oh, I'm gonna hold up this water cash and show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I got physically. But I think uh, I think I remember one of Jay-Z lines where he where he was like, uh, a, 100,000 in your hand to 100,000 in the bank? Like,
That's
why can't, what's our disconnect financially? And I'm asking only because when I was at Georgia Tech, I graduated from Georgia Tech. When I was at Georgia Tech, I saw white males being taught the value of how finances work, how the bank works, how you should prolong your money outside of this. Tell me,
right.
what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things. First, black people have for a long time operated with this scarcity mentality, right? I mean, we haven't traditionally had the funds that our white counterparts have had. And so when you're going from check to check, the idea of saving and building, is a little bit more difficult. But it goes beyond that to institutions actually supporting black people, financial literacy. And that's one of the reasons why we started the Black Bank Initiative, because someone has to teach you the components of saving and investing. You have to have access to capital in order to build wealth. And that has been outside of our community for so long. And that's both, I mean, it's been intentional, right? And it's been intentional from institutions, it's been intentional from government policy. And so, when we think about the fact that we are starting from so far behind, as a people, it doesn't really, weigh on me that we can't get to where you're talking about. But it takes our black institutions to be able to do that. I mean, we used to have 50 black banks, and now we're down to 18 black owned banks. Those are the entities
Right.
who actually go into the schools, who are in the community teaching financial literacy. They have these programs, making sure that children have savings accounts, making sure that children have brokerage accounts. And so if we don't undergird these institutions to be able to come into our community and teach these things, then we'll never get to where you're talking about. But given the fintech platforms that we have now, it's that much easier, right? But black people have a distrust of financial institutions that we can't ignore. I mean, we put money in bank. You can go all the way back to the Freedmen's Bank, right? I mean, there is this deep
Right.
ingrained distrust that we have with financial institutions. And you can't build wealth outside of a system that was built on the back of financial institutions. So,
Right.
we certainly encourage people, to take advantage, build relationships with financial institutions, build relationships with black financial institutions, because credit is the great multiplier, right? And I don't mean that from the sense of getting a credit card. I mean, if you are trying to build a business, in order to have the capital that you need that relationship with a financial institution to make sure you have working capital. Right now is a great example. When the pandemic hit, businesses started looking for cash flow. Black businesses shut down at faster rates than their counterparts because they didn't have the cash flow to keep operating. A lot of them couldn't even access PPP loans, right? I mean,
Mm.
they were locked out because the relationships with financial institutions they thought they had, they didn't really have. They were at the bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? And then all of a
Right.
sudden, everybody said, "Oh, let's go to the black banks." The black banks will save us. Um, they hadn't banked black before, but the black banks had limited capacity, right? And that really showed this need to increase the amount of capital in black banks, and that's why we started the Black Bank Fund, which is a $250 million fund to put into these black banks so they can have additional tier one capital and have the money to lend out to do the type of programs that we're talking about. And that's one thing I would encourage people to do is support these black banks, and these financial literacy programs.
but even what you said on the educational part, right? It's not. It's like you said, the fear part. People, you hear people all the time say, "Yeah, I go to the bank." Yeah, of course you go to the bank, but have you actually ever went to the bank and spoke to the people that work
Like,
inside the bank about you know what I'm saying, about
right.
your finances? So that's a disconnect. The second disconnect is, and I'm a firm believer in this. I don't think it starts with the black banks going to the schools. I, edu- the education from high school needs to change because
Mm,
you're sitting up here teaching, and no disrespect, but you're sitting up here teaching X's and O's and quasars and symbols that I've never used in my life. When majority of the time people who are graduating going to college have no clue about all the credit cards that they finna get freshman year that's gonna come in
right.
under their name, and they sitting up here like, well, damn, they just sending me credit cards. They have no clue.
No.
The high school system doesn't even teach financial literacy, uh, uh, even the basics of it. So you're right about the educational part. I just think the educational part needs to start at least by your junior year in high school. You should have a sense of this is a bank. This is how it works. A B C D E F G.
Yeah, no, I mean, you spot on. And I mean, I've got three daughters, and they took a financial literacy course in their high school. They go to a private school. And to your point about the disconnect, that's ingrained in their curriculum, right? I mean, they want them to understand how to utilize financial resources, how to build credit properly early, right? So, when you go into the bank, you're not just talking to the teller, you're building a relationship with the management, et cetera. They teach them that. And so
Mm.
you're completely right. We need to incorporate that into curriculum. Um, and until that's done, there are a lot of programs, and I keep, pushing black banks because until that is a formalized part of the curriculum, we need institutions to provide and supplement that, right? And so those are the
Right.
institutions who have been doing that work, but they are going away at a rapid pace. And so,
Uh,
you know, and you want that to also be provided by an entity that can support you. So it's one thing to just teach it. It's another thing for it to be taught while a relationship is being built with an institution, right? And so, we certainly encourage that. One of our clients, the city of St. Louis, they built a college kid savings program so that every kindergartner in the city of St. Louis starts off with a savings account for college. It's not a whole lot of
damn.
money, but what happens is the number of kids who will actually matriculate into college increases exponentially with just $100 in a college savings account because that kid, it's a sense of belief, right? It's a sense of knowing that I have funds toward this. $100 won't go very far. Y'all know it won't even cover two textbooks, but that's not the
Right.
point, right? I mean, it's what you're teaching them, that's important, and you're ingraining that at such an early age. And so, I can't stress enough the importance of, to your point, financial literacy and financial education, starting as early as we can. You know, we don't get to learn it at home. A lot of us didn't sit at the kitchen table with parents balancing checkbooks,
Nope.
and teaching us those things. And so, it's incumbent on us to make sure that we're doing everything we can, and that's a major part of what the Black Bank Fund and the National Black Bank Foundation are trying to do.
Yeah, so Facebook is chiming in. We got a couple comments. Kathleen Collins says, shout out to Money Matters for Youth and Detroit National Association of Securities Professionals for stressing financial literacy, scholarship, and generational wealth building. She also had a question in terms of with the tax revenue hit that most municipalities are encountering due to the pandemic. How are you advising them? What do you advise them?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So, you know, a lot of municipalities are experiencing shortfalls, and they get hotel tax, motel tax, and so tourism has been down. As people stop receiving their usual levels of income. They stop paying property taxes, income taxes are down. So these municipalities are really feeling it, particularly municipalities where there's a high concentration of African Americans. And so, but they still got to provide all of these same services. You still need police, you still need fire, you still got to have sanitation picked up. So their revenue is down, but their expenses are kind of, about the same. So the first thing we've had to do is focus on their cash flow, right? Make sure they have enough cash to continue to operate. And the federal government put a liquidity facility program that not many people took advantage of. And so what we've been doing is helping them, do short-term offerings or whatever we can to ensure that they have the cash flow that they need to operate. The next step is, ensuring that they receive whatever funds they can through reimbursement programs, whether it's from COVID relief, or what have you. And then third, start projecting out into the future as much as we can, what those revenues will look like, when they come back, and how they can creatively, continue to expand the tax base, at this time. And what we've seen is there is a significant level of investment happening right now because cash is king. So all these businesses and corporations that had a lot of cash are continuing to build and continuing to do things. So as you can encourage, more investment in your city, we're working with them to do that. But more importantly, is trying to preserve cash, cut expenses where you can. It's smart, right? Not cutting people that are essential, but it's a good time to also trim some fat that a lot of governments haven't necessarily done because it's not politically palatable, right? So you never let a good crisis go to waste, right? I mean, use this as an opportunity to make some cuts that you need to make, and so that's what we've been advising.
Never let a good. I'll say this. I've noticed this about businesses, right? On my fault, Portia, I couldn't hear you.
I know something going on with this daggone mic. But I just wanted to chime in one more time before that. There's another question on Facebook, comes from Darlene Wilson. She says the narrative needs to change at home as well. Parents need to do better financially. With that in mind, give us some practical steps of where do we start in this vast financial industry, the market, and what kids need to know. Like, people can argue they need to know this first. No, they need to know this first. Like, give us some practical steps in terms of what we can do at home, because everybody's still at home with their kids. Thank God, right? Because we having fun with them. But what are some practical steps that we can do with our kids to make sure that they're financially sound enough to make decisions when they go off to college? Or, I mean, even in middle school, I know I've read about some other nationalities that are not Black taking their kids to field trips to the bank, like inside the bank, like going to the vault and all of this. This is in middle school. So what are some practical steps that we can do, and where would you suggest that we start?
Yeah, no, great question. So practical step, go to the bank, like you just said. I mean, it's a whole experience. There's so many facets to it, right? And kids are fascinated by it. So it's not like you have to drag them there. And when you're there, open an account, it doesn't take a lot of money. So I think the first thing we have to do is get this conception out of our head that in order to have a relationship with a bank, you have to have a lot of money. You can open accounts for $50. No, you don't need a bag. You don't need
a bag, Brandon. Okay.
You can just, it don't take a lot, right? So, so open a small account and don't put the ability to overdraft on it, right? Because you don't want to start that relationship the wrong way. But just open a small account, get them a checking and a savings account. Have them see the safe deposit boxes and just make it like you said, make it an experience. But then once you do that, you got to have honest conversations with your kids about money, right? So they can really understand the value of $1 because they don't have a conception. As long as you're buying them things, just giving them things, or if they don't really appreciate, what it takes for you to be able to pay the bills. We kind of shelter our kids too much, saying that we don't want to put certain things on them, but we're not being honest with them, and therefore they don't have an understanding. So when you have those type of conversations with them, then they can appreciate it. And then when they get their first job, you make sure that they are tithing, saving, spending their own money. But, you have to establish what that order is, make sure they're putting money in that savings account, and make sure that they don't touch it, right? So they can appreciate savings. Then the next step is open up a brokerage account. Now we really get nervous there, right? I mean, we talking about investing. We or we rather buy cryptocurrency, right? Because that's sexy right now. Everybody's talking about that. Before we actually have any mutual funds or stocks, right? We're skipping the basics, right? And so open that brokerage account. Start off easy with just a mutual fund, so they can understand like what's in it. And to Darlene's point, parents have to lead this effort. It's only so much that can be done at school. It's only so much that can be done in these programs. So if we can get the parents involved, follow those few basic steps, because when they hit college, I got a freshman in college right now. In those credit card offers are coming left and right. And I'm like, you better cut them all up, every last one of them. But we'll open one, right? We'll open one so you can start to understand how to use it properly, how to pay that balance off. It's not free money. You have to pay it, right? You can't charge it, then throw one away and go to the next one, right? So, but you have to teach them, and you can have fun with it, right? But and there are a lot of programs out there. I appreciate the ones that the other caller mentioned, and there are a lot of other programs that we can make available to people. And in this era, there's no excuse for not knowing, right? I mean, all you gotta do is do a Google search, and you'll find a free program that can help you.
Hey,
But we just have to know that it matters. And the last thing I'll say about that point is the impact of not doing it is so significant, because when you're using check cash in places, when you're going to payday lenders, the average Black family will spend $40,000 worth of fees in those type of situations, which is more than the average Black net worth, right? So there's such a dramatic impact of not building the right type of financial relationships that we don't realize. We're just continuing to dig that hole deeper.
Come on.
And before we leave this, I'm sorry, because I just want you to close out on this in terms of teaching the kids at home. But before we leave this point, what's too young to teach them about financial literacy? What age is too young?
Never. I don't think there is an age too young. I mean, the sooner you can start having those conversations. Now they can't comprehend everything at 3 or but you still start having those conversations, right? It's kind of like people who gaga Google with their kids all the way up until they're 2 or 3, or versus those people who start having real conversations so that their kids can develop that vocabulary and that language, right? So the more you talk to them, the more is going in. You don't know how much they're actually taking in at any point. So you just got to keep spoon feeding them. And eventually you'll start to see it, and you'll start having, I mean, it is great when you're sitting around with an 8-year-old and they're having an intelligent conversation about money, right? So I don't think there is an age that's too early. We just got to start pouring in as early as we can.
Okay. Go ahead, Romeo, because Facebook is still checking in. They got jokes this morning.
They got jokes.
I was enjoying Brandon, man. You gonna took all the time. He don't gotta go, do he? I was.
I'm good. As long as y'all can have me, I'm here.
All right, I got 2 things before you get out of here. Just 2. All right, so the first one goes back to the statement you made earlier about Black banking Black. Okay. Here's my thing. Everybody keeps saying bank Black, and everybody keeps moving towards uh, black financial places. I think what's missing is the comfort zone. Your Bank of America's, your Fargo, your Wells Fargo's, your whatever. They will literally baby you into them. Hey, this is what we can give. This is what we can do. This is what we can provide. This is, they flood you with all this information that makes you more ethical. I said that wrong. Into being a part of their banking system. I know, Portia, don't do that. Look. But what I've noticed when it comes to banking black, it's always you should bank black because you're black. It's not a majority of them. It's not a overall welcoming hug. It's a color base. Like, we have a conversation. If we having a real conversation, you should bank.
You're black
Bro,
because you black,
So,
like you should.
that's what I've heard over and over and over. But no one's told me why. Like, if we gonna get down to money, we're talking about money at this point.
Why are you giving your money to
well,
another institution?
Brandon understand what I'm talking about. We talking about money
So-
because
Cooperative economics. Come on now.
all right.
Okay.
So
Come on.
we gotta
Brandon,
so we
Brandon,
gotta
you know what I'm
dispel-
talking
we gotta
about.
dispel this notion. I hear what you're saying, but we gotta dispel this notion that black banks are somehow different than Bank of America. They offer the same products, the same checking account, same FDIC insurance. Your money is just as safe at a black bank as it is at a white bank. Now, I will say this, it takes a certain level of intentionality sometimes because, they don't always have the same, online platforms or fintech. Sometimes people use the excuse that it's not as easy to bank black, right? Um, and I hear that, but it takes us working with these black institutions and investing in them for them to continue to grow. So if we don't invest in our own institutions, because again, I'll point out to the example of this PPP loan, it was black banks who serve mostly black businesses and black communities. We need them because they're going to stand in the gap for us. And we shouldn't just bank black because they're black. We should bank black because they're black and they offer a good product and good solutions. So I'll give you and Tony Ressler said this. I don't know if y'all saw this, but we did a $35 million loan with the Atlanta Hawks, and we pulled together a syndicate of black banks. It was the first, major league, franchise to do a deal with all black money. We financed their practice facility. And the owner of the Hawks said he did it because it was good business with good people and it made good financial sense. So we're not just talking to black people and educating them on the fact that you get the same quality, same product when you're working with a black bank. I'm talking to corporations. I'm talking to anybody in America of goodwill who wants to have an impact on black communities. You should be banking black. If you own a professional sports team and you making money off of black athletes, one way to give back to black communities is support black banks.
okay.
But I mean, how you ask somebody else to support institutions that support you? We don't support institutions that our own institutions. So, we got
Okay.
this, man.
And the last question, before you get out of here, the I've noticed this. The pandemic not only helped a lot of companies, but saved a lot of. And I'm saying in the sense of,
Mm.
do you okay? The realization that you don't have to have an office building and the work can still get done at a higher rate.
Mm.
The I'm really big on. I told people because I'm really big on the movie scene in the movie industry. I said the moment that I realized that Warner Brothers said, "Hey, we're taking all of our films out of the theaters for 2021 and we're moving it over to streaming," I was like, "Well, hold up. That means y'all about to close theaters." Everybody was like, "Nah, they're not about to close theaters." I said, "Nah, they about to close these theaters." all of a sudden theaters get closed. So financially, right now, is it safer to accept this new world order or go back to the everyday? I know it's different for different people, but on an
Right.
overall financial scale, what is safer that you've seen?
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you haven't already embraced it and accepted that that is going to be a major part of the new normal, then you're already behind, right? I mean, we will not completely go back to business as it was, right? I mean, this shift to people at home, because corporations realize, like you said, overhead is lower, efficiency is not, as hampered as they thought it might be. They're solving for the security issues because a lot of people have, well, might be, cybersecurity issues and things like that. So I think you have to embrace that this is how we will, operate in some shape or form for the foreseeable future. And you need to be thinking about what's next because that's what's now. So we're already in this reality. So how do we continue to evolve from that? Because black businesses, um, and businesses in general tend to be so reactionary, right? And
Hmm.
so
Right.
if you don't take anything away, you should take away the fact that a lot of people weren't ready for this. And it was because they weren't embracing new technology. They weren't embracing change. We're afraid of change. So the more we continue to accept where we are and think about what's coming forward, not only will our businesses be successful, we'll be at the front end of that so that when the next thing happens, right, we're early adopters and we can benefit from being on the front end of that and we won't take those financial hits of having to play catch up and change our whole business model at the last minute. So embrace this, figure out how to make your business work around it and then start thinking about what could be next.
I like you,
You
man.
have a lot of gems that we can benefit from. I want to go into detail about this Atlanta Hawks deal for 35 million. I know we don't have enough time, but I do want to know more about how you even get in bed with the $35 million loan from the Atlanta Hawks, and then do it all black. That's something that I am excited to learn about. But for 2021, let's just break it all the way down for people who are watching, for parents, for kids. What do we need to be doing for 2021? What do we need to be doing in terms of setting ourselves up for a financial future, making sure that kids go to college, making sure that we got enough in a nest egg, making sure that we're making sound financial decisions, making sure that we are financially literate when it comes to doing the things that we should be doing, such as investing, that type of thing.
I would say the one thing we need to be doing in 2021 is doing, right? I mean, we have so much time. And I think
Yeah.
if we dedicate a certain amount of time, a certain amount of our resources, all towards growth in 2021, we'll be successful. It starts with a mindset. And um, if we say, I expect in 2021 to have financial progress, and then we do those basic things like ensuring the balance in our savings accounts will increase in 2021. Opening that first investment account, if you have an investment account, doing a little bit more there. But I think it just starts with the mindset that I am going to do this year. I'm going to round up. I mean, there's so many little ways you can do it. They got these programs now when you go to the grocery store, you can round up to the nearest dollar and have that go to your investment account, right? That's a little small way, but how many times do you swipe that card, right? I mean, so we have to find ways that start off with what's convenient for you, but it's actually doing something. And then you start to feel that win when you start to see those balances growing. Then you want to do more, but it takes like anything else. It just takes starting. So
Yeah.
when you're making New Year's resolutions, make that one of your top priorities, building your wealth and your health, right? In 2021. That's the focus.
I did not understand, so I had to do the calculations on it. So, my boo was like, "We need to put away. We're just savings for like trips and stuff like that." He was like, "You need to put away $100 a week into a joint account." So that's what we started doing. But once I
What?
calculated that $100 a week for a joint
This,
account, and I'm like, "Is that $20,000 by the end of the year?"
no,
Like so. What's
don't
that?
skip
Is
what
that
you just
twenty
said.
thousand
Yo,
dollars by the
what?
end of the
No,
year
no, no, no,
that we can take on a
no,
vacation to go wherever we
no.
want to go, or invest it, or do whatever, and that's just for one account. So when you start adding up those small things that you're doing on a consistent basis, and you have it automatically taken out of your account, and you're not missing it because you spend $100 a week on coffee or eating out or
Oh,
whatever it is that you do, you
hold
realize that those small decisions that you make end up being a
Indeed.
really large return in the end. And so, like you
Absolutely.
hold
said,
on,
the
Brandon.
one thing that
Hold
you should
on,
be
Brandon.
doing is just doing.
Don't don't skip over what you just told me and Brandon. You and your what? Y'all did what?
He
You and who?
said, he said,
Nah.
for
Uh,
this joint account right here, we need to be putting
uh,
in $100 a piece, um, every week, and you don't
look,
miss it. And by the end of the
look at the
year, you
black
be
man
like,
leading the way.
where
Look
the
at the
hell did
black
20?
man leading the
Where
way.
I
the
like
hell
it.
did
I
20
like it.
extra $1,000 come from just for me? Where the hell did 40 extra $1,000 come from? And I ain't got no job, Craig. You know, you know what I'm
Look at the black man.
saying?
Look at the black
So
man.
anyway,
That's
you got to come
right.
back and give us some tips.
I
Give us
love
some
to.
practical tips on what it is that we should be doing throughout the year. And that's, I think Acorns is adding. What is
Yeah.
Acorns? Acorns is a
What the hell?
platform where you can add the change and save the change
Mm-hmm.
and burrow that stuff away. So we need to just start thinking about the small things that we can do. And by the time we look
That's
up
it.
and it's the end of the year, you be like, damn, I got an extra $50,000. Who the hell say
Tell,
I got an extra
tell,
$50,000? You know what I'm
That-
tell
saying?
them.
That's what you be saying.
Hey,
I got an extra fifty
hey,
thousand
Brandon. I know you
dollars,
gotta go, man. I know you gotta go, but tell them forex people to stop calling me, man. I don't want to
y'all.
join. Tell
no,
them to stop calling
But
me,
you
I
don't
don't
want to
think
do it.
forex
You
is
don't want to do
really
it.
bad.
You want to get you a
Yes,
new
D, I
career in
said it,
forex,
girl.
man.
hey, man. Hey, hey, the wit. Funny story before you go. One of my closest friends, his brother reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, man, let me tell you about forex." I said, first of all, I've known you all my life. There is no way you do not know nothing about trading for. Come on now, come on now. No, I took the
Man.
class. Come on now, let's be honest. But
Man, I know so many people. To your point, you're like you were expert in what? You don't even know nothing about markets, but you were expert in forex overnight. Overnight celebrities forex. They gonna double, triple your money. I'm telling
overnight.
you, man. Overnight, overnight.
Hey man, I appreciate like this conversation, man. You gotta come back, man. You gotta come back
Absolutely, man.
ASAP.
I appreciate y'all having
Absolutely.
me. I love to come back. I truly appreciate
All right.
it. All right,
Thanks
y'all
so
All
have a
right,
much.
good one.
man.
Be blessed.
You
All right,
too.
take care.
Appreciate you. I love
Yeah.
it, y'all. It's 2021. It's time to get on the right track. Let's make some sound decisions. Let's get some investment accounts going. Y'all know my kids got
Pyramid.
investment accounts. I let them play. I give them a certain amount of money and I say, go play whatever you do. I don't watch it. I don't monitor it. If they need some more money, they'll come back. If they made some money, we'll discuss it. That we'll also discuss the type of stocks that they need to buy. So, y'all, it's 2021. No more excuses. Let's get it done. No whining,
You
no
right.
complaining, no excuses. Let's get it done.
Tell him my cat, if that's not a pyramid scheme, um, DCL is very selective of financial experts. Darlene Wilson, we must have financial literacy. Saving and wealth building is a priority. Nobody cares about what you're driving until the car is repossessed. Let me tell you something about that. All y'all dudes that still flashing money, for who? I don't. Nobody cares. You you don't have to flash your money no more, fellas. It's okay. It is all right. And speak about money. Let's talk about Kodak Black. All right, so
He got money?
the first no, but I tell you what he do got. He still do got time in jail. Kodak Black. The feds have rejected his eighth request to have a reduced sentence, and be released from jail, according to reports. Uh, he asked for a compassionate release, uh, for early release, but he's already been sentenced to, and I want to make sure, 46 months. He's been sentenced to 46 months, but after, you know, pleading guilty to gun and drug charges, he feels like he has served his time. Sir, I don't think it works like that in the jail system. I don't.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
think
it
that
doesn't.
you. I don't. I
I'm
don't
pretty
think you
sure it
go to
doesn't.
jail and then be like, you know what, Portia, I learned my lesson. I think I'm ready to go now. It don't work that way.
How much time has he
So
served, Romeo?
a year and a half.
And
A year and
48
a
months
half.
is what,
The
4
first.
years?
You're right. So they agreed. He said he was getting abused because of his celebrityism. He said he was getting abused at the first prison that he was in. So they moved him to another facility. Now that he's at the other facility, he's saying that, oh well, I've been a good guy for the past couple of weeks I've been here, so let's let me out. And he's using the excuse of, I want to help the youth and tell them what not to do. Brother, I don't. You and R. Kelly need to just swallow
But
this
what else?
pill, man.
What else does he have to do, Romeo? I mean, not what else does he literally have to do, but what else does he? What else can he do but sign up for appeals or file for appeals? He got nothing but time. He got nothing but time. I want to get out. So you be persistent. You be dedicated. You be devoted to your goal. His goal is getting out. Let's get him out. He's like, I don't give a
so,
damn what y'all
so
say. This is the 8th one. I'm gonna sign the 9th one. I'm gonna file for a 9th one. If I don't get out,
so
if he don't get out with the 9th one, he gonna file for a 10th one. His best
so,
bet, let me tell y'all his best bet. His best bet is to call up Kim Kardashian and be like,
hey,
hey sister, cause she's sister now, right? That's what they say. Do it.
hey,
Hey sister, can
that
you
is
get
a
the ear of some of
that's a
those
valid
people
point.
and help me and devise this program so that I can get out, because I got a platform and I want to help these kids, and I think that you will be a great person to help me, and
Hey,
they vouch for you. They like you. So can you help me? That's his best bet.
that you know what? That's a powerful statement. Who would have ever thought? Hey man, you might want to call Kim Kardashian. she
Call
can
her.
she give
She's
people free.
nice. I watched her special with David Letterman, my next guest, and y'all could talk about her all you want. She laughing all the way to the bank. And she's compassionate, and she getting people out, and she about her business. So
Man,
she got a fan in me.
you right. You talking about somebody who don't care about your opinion, and she going to the bank every day, man.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, she got a fan in me.
next up, now I found this to be amazing, but I keep telling y'all, I'm starting mine today. So former church pastor now makes 100K a month as a life coach for strippers. A former
Wait a minute, hold
church
on.
pastor is now. Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was reading that wrong. Go ahead.
A
I thought I
former
was reading
church
it wrong.
pastor is now making 100K a month as a life coach for strippers. So basically, Nicole Mitchell ditched her life as a pastor in Ohio 3 years ago, now lives in California. She's a mom of three, and now she's known as the pastor who turned stripper life coach. Her Instagram account has over 120K followers, but on her OnlyFans page, She charges $15 a month. She now makes over 100K a month from OnlyFans page. And basically, what she does is she goes on there, as you can see in the photo, dressed as such, and she basically preaches on OnlyFans in this attire, and she makes 100K, and she makes close to 100K a month. Now, why is this social news awareness? This story has not only made the New York Times and the New York Post, but this story has actually went global and encouraged moms to now, if they are in financial they're in a low finance, to be
Despair.
a part of the OnlyFans community. And yeah, that's where she is right now. From
Okay,
Catholic.
kudos to her for figuring it out amidst the global pandemic. Like, her church has not been able to contribute as much as they probably have in the past. I don't know when she started, but kudos to her for figuring that thing out. Um, I'm sign up. I'm sign up because I want to know what the hell she's talking about, Miss Life Coach. Like, what type of life skills are you preaching? Because she's a pastor, right? So what type of life skills are you preaching to these strippers? Like, what are you? I'm signing up. Give me her name because I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna do some investigative reporting. That's what I'm gonna
Okay,
do.
okay. Plus,
Some I'm gonna do some investigative reporting.
to
Honey,
to tie this into your Kim Kardashian statement, it ain't too much you can say to a person that's making 100K a month. I mean, ain't what what negative opinion am I gonna have to a person that's making 100K a month? I can't. You should stop doing that. It's wrong.
I don't know, Romeo.
It,
Listen. I don't think it's a bad idea, and she probably don't give a damn. She's probably happy, open, and receptive of
come on,
all of the global news that she's getting because
come on
that's
now,
gonna increase her fan base. Because, like I said, I'm about
come
to do
on
some
now,
investigative reporting, and I'm about to go on her page to see what she's
come
talking
on.
about. Do we have access to
Oh
all of the
man,
other videos and all of that? Like, do we have access to the previous ones? I don't know how OnlyFans
you know
work.
I'm gonna find. Oh well, I'm starting mine today, so I'm in there. Uh, last but not
Strippers
least,
work on
man.
Sunday.
Atlanta's had a record. Keisha Lance Bottom went to Twitter. We've hit a record, and this is in the Atlanta area. We've had a record high of COVID cases in Georgia. Hospitals are over capacity, some waiting hours and days for admission into ICU. This not only impacts those with COVID, but other conditions that may lead you into the ER. Healthcare workers are overwhelmed. Please wear a mask. Please wear a mask. It's a freaking mask. Over the weekend, Atlanta had a lot of New Year's Eve parties, and two things two things happened because Atlanta has not closed. First thing is that none of these venues are holding accountability for their mask policies, and there are people partying and celebrating with masks and without masks, and they're all compiled in a little room. One. Second part is Atlanta is open. A lot of incidents, Portia, that have been happening in Atlanta, robberies, shootings, stabbings, that happened basically over the. It's been happening, but it happened a lot over the New Year's holiday. Happened because of people out of town, and the police finally figured it out. These aren't Atlantans killing and shooting and robbing each other. These are people that's coming from out of town to Atlanta because they know Atlanta is open. Atlanta has not done what New York has done. It has not done what LA has done. It has not done a full shutdown. Now, at first, I was be honest, I was against it, but now I'm at a point now after seeing her plea on Twitter about everybody who has been catching COVID and not telling people that they've been catching COVID, and they still out doing what they every day. The city needs to shut down. The city needs to shut
So,
down.
so even
Period.
if Mayor Bottoms says she mandates, that the city is shut down, what are the consequences? Because y'all don't listen. Like Atlanta, like, okay, shut down. Yeah, we still going to this party. What are the consequences? What happens? And that's surprising because I've been waiting to hear numbers about Georgia, and I just never do. And so this is interesting to see that over the weekend, Atlanta had a record day of 5,800 COVID cases. What the hell? But when you
LA,
look to see, Atlanta's open. Like there were so many New Year's Eve's parties that I'm scratching my head.
I saw people making statements that they were either traveling to Atlanta, Miami, or Houston. I don't know if those are the only major cities that are open, but Atlanta, Miami, and Houston kept coming up. LA has been shut down since December. You've heard nothing from it. You've heard nothing from California. It's just it's just their way of life right now. I think Atlanta is out of control. Uh, I do not think this is my personal opinion. I do not think they should wait for the new administration to come into office. I think it is the time for the governor and the mayor. And I love Keisha. I love Keisha. She is, great. Her husband cool. But it's time for somebody to say, "Hey, everybody shut down," and that's what it is. 58, 58 over the weekend. Jesus
5,800, right?
Christ!
Um,
So something needs to happen.
that's crazy, y'all. I don't know what it's gonna take. We still in 2020. We're in 2021. Y'all heard my song say COVID-19 was gonna be over in 2021. So can we work towards making that happen? I just don't understand.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what it is that y'all gotta do. What it is that we gotta do. Atlanta, Atlanta never shut down. Maybe that's why
I
y'all think
think as
y'all
soon as
invincible. Or is it
right,
a function of, all the people who don't go get tested, who do have COVID and they spread it, and some of the people who are also asymptomatic that are spreading it without knowing, and nobody is going to the doctor to get checked. And so is that why
right.
we don't know what the correct numbers are?
I think
Iris, listen, I can't listen. I can't underscore that more. Romeo, what's wrong with your people in Atlanta? I guess they don't believe that COVID is real. They don't,
I think I,
Iris.
I think people need to take the politics out. I think politics need to take the politics out. Like if you
Speaking of
if you if
politics,
you you're
go ahead.
you you're like my mom, your mom. If your son is hurt, you're not about to sit there and debate on how hurt he is. You're gonna you're gonna be like, hey, let's go get this fixed right now. You're not gonna debate on the hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what the world is doing. It's a debate. Well, you know what? This city is sick, so they need to shut down. But this city is sick, so they need to shut down. No, everybody needs to shut down. This everybody needs to shut down. The, I don't care if this city got 100 cases and this city got 100,000 cases. Everybody shut down. Call it a day.
Yeah. Speaking of politics, what y'all doing about the Senate race? Georgia, Atlanta.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We gonna be there. We gonna show up. Don't do that.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
going to vote tomorrow. I am going to vote tomorrow,
Okay, baby, but I'm still on live.
and I'm
With my son,
and I'm
y'all.
excited. I'll be voting tomorrow, and I'm excited too. So
So when is the Senate race? How can people get involved? What do who do they need to vote for, Romeo? And what we doing?
I do need you do need to vote for, in my opinion, Ossoff Warnock. I I know a lot of people have their own opinions about voting and politics, but let me tell y'all something. And this goes out to everybody. If you are voting for the same policy, the same person, the same group of people who have not done a thing for you and over their tendency,
Uh-huh.
you're dumb.
What are they?
That's the best way I can put it.
What
Dumb.
are they?
You're dumb. Like you're dumb. That's that's you know what you are? You're the person at the basketball court when everybody else is picking their players on their team. You're the person who always picks the guy who don't know how to shoot, but he can block the ball. Well, yeah, he tall. Yeah, he can protect a couple of things, but if he ain't putting no baskets in the goal, then you're going to lose the game, dummy. So please vote Ossoff. Please vote Warnock. Please change the Senate. Please let's start 2021 on the good foot that we've already began with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And Kamala in town today. Kamala, you looking great. Let me say something, Kamala.
She's what?
You are looking great, VP. My VP is looking great. And I saw her in some Jordans. Hey man, keep doing your thing.
She
Um,
had on Jordans? All right.
man, my VP was Jordans. So but you gotta you got there has to be a responsibility. People that's arguing about masks. Come on, man. It ain't that difficult to put on a mask. Jesus Christ. If I see one more video about a mask argument, what are we arguing about? Jesus. It's I'm in high spirits, but I'm just saying it's the simple things that blow me away. And y'all are blowing me away. Get your life together. Read a book.
So basically, CNN is saying that the Senate race is too close to call. It's that in the race for the full 6-year term, Democrat John Ossoff is at 49%. Republican Senator David Perdue is at 48%. So this is just the poll of the week that they did yesterday. Yeah, they did this yesterday, and saying the average Georgia polls show that the two Senate runoffs on Tuesday are within the margin of error and way too close to call. And the special Senate election, Democrat Raphael Warnock is at 50% to Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler's 48%. So here's the thing: the math is simple for the Senate Democrats, if Democrats win both runoffs in Georgia, they will get 50 seats overall and a majority on January 20th, with Vice President elect Kamala Harris breaking a 50-50 tie. If Republicans win either seat, they will hold the Senate majority. Um, so Indeed, this election isn't just about Georgia and the Senate majority, it's about Trump's legacy. If Republicans lose in Georgia, Trump will be to blame. Republicans in purple states will have to think long and hard about being attached to Trump in the future. Yada, 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 yada. So, y'all get out and vote. It's important.
Attached to Trump in the future. Trump is not in
It's
the
important.
future.
So,
It is.
Kamala, Senate, is she? No, she's vice president elect. Kamala Harris is in town in Atlanta campaigning, y'all. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Okay, so let's get into positive thoughts of the day, Romeo.
With me?
What
Oh
we
man, let me tell you something. It's the first Monday of the year. Happy to see everybody. I'm glad everybody's happy to see me. Follow me at Romeo International One. Let me tell y'all some good news, some great news, and some wonderful news. The good news is you here. The great news is you here with me. And the wonderful news is that I'm here with y'all. So technically, y'all here with me. Look, Shoot every shot. That's going to be my advice for you in 2021. Shoot every shot. Hit the rim, hit the backboard, go in the basket, shoot over the basket. But shoot every shot. Do not hesitate on anything, and I do mean anything that you want to do in life. And I pass it to Portia Monique.
I agree, Romeo. Shoot every shot as long as it don't get your ass beat. Like, don't be shooting shots at married people, y'all. Don't do that because that could potentially get your ass beat. Anyway, I'm reading the Facebook feed. Iris said, "Yeah, Atlanta, since y'all open, I hope y'all get out there and go vote like y'all partying." Because Chicago don't do that, right, Iris? Chicago show up and vote. Anyway, y'all, our producer got to go. Positive thoughts of the day. Today is the 4th day of the year, 2021. You got a blank slate. I want to encourage every one of you to write your own request. Last year, we did an interview with Pastor Shirley Caesar, and she said when she was younger, she wrote her own request, and that's how she really became Pastor Shirley Caesar. Write your own request. You have a blank slate. You got 361 more days to write down what your story is going to be. Write it down, manifest it. Work towards those goals. Be dedicated, be driven, be devoted. Make sure that you are paying attention to your intentions and following through and gathering the people that will help you get this thing done. Like, what is your what does your counsel look like? What does your inner circle look like? What is your the people that surround you? What do they do? What do they look like? How are they helping you? Can they help you? Like, start focusing on those things. Pay attention to your intentions. Make sure that you're paying attention to your intentions, and then you'll win. Write your own request, y'all. That is my positive thought of the day. Write your own request. We got 361 more days to make sure that we are effectively and efficiently writing our own requests and going after it, y'all. I just want to say, encourage
That's
yourself.
I mean, y'all
We're
have a
about to
great
end
day,
this thing.
man.
Y'all have a great day.
Of the year.
Thanks for checking in,
Great first
everybody.
Monday.
Iris Baker. I know Chicago be showing up because Atlanta be on something different. I love both
The sun is
cities, though.
shining, shining.
Ooh, Brent said, "Don't be trying to shoot this way." Oh, hold on.
The sun is shining, shining.
Yes, y'all.
Nice and bright.
Patricia Patsy King. Good morning, Natasha Nicole Petty. Thanks for tuning in. D Shields and Brent Reborn. We love y'all. Q Nation was checked in. Kathleen. Shirley Carter. Did Connie check in today? We love y'all. Coco Chanel. Dwayne Grant. Sharon Boehner, Bernard Small. Good morning, y'all. Good morning to y'all. Felicia Jenkins, Felicia Hooker, Lee Taylor. And Brent said, "Don't be trying to take his idea because he's about to go open up his OnlyFans page and name it the Zaddy Counselor." Okay? Don't take his idea. We already got it right.
I have to go play.
I'm
gonna come on.
I'm doing some investigative reporting on that pastor that turned life counselor in her negligee. Okay, girl. But anyway, I'm gonna see what that's all about. What you wearing on your new page? I'm just saying.
I gotta go.
Darlene Wilson, thanks for checking in. Thanks to our guest, Brandon Homer. He came on and dropped some great jewels. Camille Mays, y'all. Letha Witherspoon, Antonio Vasquez, Willie Green Jr., Bray Huey, David Hill, David Brown. Good morning, y'all. Pam Jones, Jackie Yancey, Mary Jones, Harold. Thanks for checking in. We love you. I didn't see Nathan. Did y'all see Nathan today? Tell Nathan I asked about him.